Now once you have the baby selected and two layers, the easy way to tell that you've got two layers is just to click the eyeball, and you'll be able to quickly see that you've got two separate layers. I'm actually going to leave this layer invisible for the next little while. And what we want to do is we want to add some color to it. So we're going to start by doing a fail, and then we'll pull a fix out of it later. Now, of course, any little mistakes you made around here, you can easily just grab the eraser and just erase those out. You can also erase little bits of the ear if things are missing, or you can clone them back in later at the end. But for right now, what I want you to notice is that you've already selected this area, so we don't need to go and color things in. What we can do is we can choose the magic wand, and then when we select it, you'll see that the baby is now outlined in a moving line. However, we selected the checkerboard area, and by selecting the checkerboard area, we've selected everything but the baby. If you want to prove this, it's pretty simple. You just grab the eraser and try and erase the baby, and you'll see that it doesn't work. And that's because it's not selected. And so therefore, our selection window includes everything but the baby, so we just invert that. So under select, you want to choose invert. If you're using Photoshop, it's called inverse. And when you invert it, now you can see the dotted line that was up here is gone, and now just the baby is selected. And if I want to erase it, you can see my eraser works. That's absolutely not what I wanted, but at least it helps me understand where the selection is. And now that it's selected, what I want to do is create a new layer, and I'm going to call this new layer skin tone and say OK. So the selection is still there, my skin tone layer is selected, and now I can choose any color that I want for that skin tone. For instance, I'll choose that just randomly and choose the paint bucket, and when I bucket fill, it looks something like that. If that's what you get, then you're well on your way to getting it correct. To start out, let's just start out with some fail, and we'll just pull this down and pull this down a little bit more, and you can see that I've just added pink right on top, but if I get too far, then I lose all the quality. So this is a fail, but it at least helps us understand what it is that we're going to try and do next.